wild.
The Drone Racing League. Tonight, there is trouble in Tennessee as the pilots battle and many lose.
Wow.
To the most dangerous course in league history. This is drone racing. This is DRL. Welcome to the 2021 DRL World Championship, the premier international drone racing circuit. We're at the FedEx Forum in Memphis for the semifinals of Level 8 Tennessee. The first group of 6 pilots heads to the flight deck.
Level 8.
The top seed in this first semifinal is Alex FPV, who's firing on all cylinders after a win and second place overall in the last 2 levels.
Yeah, you know, I got that P1 stand, so get some clean air on the launch. I'm feeling pretty good. Coming off some big heat wins the past few levels, so I'm feeling good. Just hopefully keeping that momentum up for today.
Colors are confirmed.
Also riding strong momentum is Amari, who landed his first podium finish this season in Level 7.
Feeling great going into Level 8. You know, the last couple levels I've been on fire and I feel like I'm just on a steady upward trend. I've got the consistency and I've got the confidence now, so it's only up from here.
This is semifinals group 1, heat 1. Semifinals group 1, heat 1. 60 seconds before it's cleared.
Hello, everybody. Alongside two-time DRL World Champion Jordan Temkin, I'm Craig Hummer. We're about to start the second half of the season, and Jordan, what a wild ride it has been so far. Our past 2 world champions have reestablished themselves as the pilots to beat this year. Our defending DRL World Champ, heads up, we knew he was itching to race IRL in real life.
Heads up, he had an incredible start to his season, but he's since kind of faltered. He's made every single podium in his entire DRL career, except for the last 3 levels.
Now, Vanover, the 2019 world champion, having won 2 of the last 3 levels, he's shown he's back in his element.
Vanover, he's at the top of his game. He's mature, he's level-headed, he's focused, but honestly, he's having fun out there, and it's really showing in his flying.
The 2021 season consists of 14 levels of racing, 9 IRL and 5 virtual races on the DRL simulator. The pilots earn season points based on their overall level finish. The pilot with the most points after 14 levels is the 2021 DRL World Champion. Here are the season standings after 7 levels. The 2019 DRL World Champion Vanover sits on top with 54 points. 15 points in front of the defending world champ Heads Up. Alex FPV is third with 27. All 12 pilots race each level. They're seeded into 2 semifinal groups, with the top 3 from each advancing to the finals. There, the winner of the Golden Heat will be your level champion. Each heat is 2 laps. Jordan, take us through the course preview with the T-Mobile 5G POV drone. This is one of the world's first drones that will be powered by 5G with the capability to stream HD quality video over T-Mobile's nationwide 5G network.
Off the start, pilots climb to Gate 1 into the ant farm. They U-turn through the East Gate and the West Gate before dropping down and around the T-Mobile Tower to the Pentagon Gate. They climb to the Cloud Gate and dive into the T-Mobile tunnel and out the exit gate. Then, it's another climb to the Roof Gate and a dive to the Floor Gate. They ascend back to Gate 1 for lap 2, or they make a U-turn into the finish.
I really want to tighten up the ant farm section of the course just a little bit more. I think it's going to be really competitive there in level 8, and I need to be at my 100% going through it.
It's the lap transition for me. Personally, I'm like letting off through that section. I can just see quads pull away from me. So in level 8, if I really figure out how to nail the lap transition, we are going to be unstoppable.
The T-Mobile tunnel's a really make or break section. The exit is pretty difficult, so I really need to focus on the exit throughout the semifinal and hopefully nail it down by the end.
Here in the semifinals, they fly 3 regular heats, with each heat winner automatically advancing to the finals. Everyone else is subject to sudden death, where only the winner is guaranteed to advance.
Pre-checks are complete.
Copy that.
Alex FPV is a fresh new face this season with a swing for the fences style that has already paid off with a level win.
You know, one thing I love about Alex FUV, he's got this big personality, and I think it's contagious for us, the pilots with him in the flight deck, just everyone. It just boosts the morale.
Feeling pretty good about it. Ready to start racing though.
We woke up ready.
Amari, the 2020 DRL Sim champion who was 2nd overall in last year's virtual season, has now found some solid IRL footing of late.
We knew he could compete in the sim. He was absolutely dominant out there, and now he's proving that he's very good IRL as well.
Our pilots and colors for semifinal number 1. Alex FPV from Woodbury, Tennessee flies the red and blue alternating drone. Amari from Waukee, Iowa flies white. Sky from Englewood, Colorado, the green and white alternating drone. Engineer from Amityville, New York, flies pink. Manny himself from Atlanta, Georgia, the Algorand 13th pilot, he'll fly green. And Fluxy from Bloomington, Minnesota, flies red. Semifinal 1, Heat 1. Time to uncork the tension as they go for gate number 1. They're through. You've got the red and blue drone of Alex right there, along with the white drone of Amari, but Amari bobbles. Now the green and white drone of Sky's right there.
Looks like Sky is right behind Alex right there. He's fighting it out with them, but look, the pink drone of Engineer is caught up.
Engineer trying to put his nose out towards the front for the first time. Engineer has taken the lead. The pink drone of Engineer right there through the roof gate. They'll drop to the floor. It's Engineer, Alex, and Sky. 1, 2, 3 on to lap number 2.
I'm curious to see if Engineer is able to hold it together. He's had trouble a lot on this track in the 2nd lap.
Engineer trying to make his first finals of the season. A lot more distance to go as Alex is almost there, but no, what a surge from Alex as they head into the T-Mobile tunnel. But the pink drone of Engineer still in front. 2 more turns. There's the roof gate, down to the floor gate. This will be huge for Engineer. He wins heat number 1.
What happened?
Are you serious? Who was I battling with?
in front?
So it was
Was
Engineer.
that a false start or no?
Oh, man.
That was
Oh, my
Engineer, then you, and then you. That was the order coming out of the.
God. That was fun.
Engineer finally put it all together.
That was spectacular. Watch the pink drone up top there. He actually ends up clipping the gate with his prop ever so slightly, but is able to recover very, very fast. Now, this is lap 2. You've got Engineer in pink and Alex in blue and red. They are battling it out. Alex doesn't want to give it up too easily to Engineer. Right here, he surges into that T-Mobile tunnel with so much speed. Almost is able to catch up with Engineer, but Engineer is able to hold off Alex and the rest of the competitors beautifully going into the finish.
Engineer's win sends him to his first final of the season. Now it's up to him to keep the momentum going. The U-turn through the East Gate has taken out many pilots here at FedEx Forum, including Amari in that last heat. Jordan, give us a closer look, presented by the U.S. Air Force.
The maneuver through the East Gate is a tight hairpin turn after a long full throttle straightaway, made even more difficult by the seats and the railings. The best line requires pilots to quickly drop throttle on approach and pre-turn 180 degrees before reaching the gate by pitching down and rolling left aggressively. They immediately apply full throttle to brake and reverse directions as they pass backwards through the gate. They then pitch up slightly and aim directly for the west gate. Any mistiming of the pre-turn can cause them to crash into the gate or the railing.
Engineer struck first over just getting started here in Level 8 Tennessee. Heat 2 is next.
The Algorand ecosystem is where monumental change takes shape. So come transform the world with us on Algorand.
We're here at the training facility with Gotham FC, and for the very first time, we're going to have the FPV drone on the field with the players as they're training. We're hoping to get some really unique shots and something you've never seen before.
The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Algorand, the world's first blockchain designed for the future of finance. By Allianz, the global leader in asset management, investments, and insurance. And by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G, America's largest, fastest, and most reliable 5G network. Welcome back to Level 8.
Copy that.
We're in the midst of semifinal 1, and Jordan, we just saw a couple firsts. Engineer just won his first heat, and therefore he's going to his first finals. So you're the pro pilot. What did you see that allowed him to finally win?
He's changed his mindset. He's a very analytical pilot who gets in his own head. What he's done now, it seems, is he's kind of forgotten about everything around him. He's focusing on the here and now and every single heat one at a time.
Your pilots and colors again. Alex flies red and blue. Amari, white. Sky, green and white. Engineer flies pink. Manny himself, the Algorand 13th pilot, green, and Fluxy, red. Semifinal 1, Heat 2. The flight deck quickly recedes in the rear view as they head to gate number 1, already through. You can see the green and white drone of Sky, the red and blue drone of Alex.
That is a tight pack up front. I'm curious to see if Engineer in pink there is able to keep the momentum and get past these two like he did in the previous heat.
Alex, red and blue in first. Sky, though, makes a great surge in green and white, and Engineer in pink right there. The pink drone of Engineer flies a little wide. They have exited the T-Mobile tunnel. It's Sky, green and white in first, just in front of Alex.
It looks like these two aren't ever gonna let something like that happen again. Look how much of a lead both of them have. Now they just have to make,
oh Sky's gone! Alex now all alone on lap number 2. He'll go around the T-Mobile tower, through the Penta gate, up to the Cloud gate. Look at all that clean air. It's now Fluxy in red in second. Alex is into the tunnel, and he's messed up just a little bit. That allows Fluxy in red to close the gap. Alex still maintains his gap up to the roof. Now he drops down to the floor. This last left turn, even with the bobble, Alex wins Heat 2.
We're in. That was a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was scared just as much as you were. But we did it, and that's all that matters. I ain't leaving, baby! I ain't leaving!
That's a little frightening.
Hey, Sky. We threw hands right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to give it my all.
Jordan, we had battles. We had bobbles. Hey, it's drone racing.
We've got Engineer coming into the tunnel right here. He's got a bit of a bobble, went a bit too wide, and then you have him crashing, going a little wide out of the exit. Now you've got Sky and Alex chasing each other down. Sky is pushing so hard to try and keep up with Alex there. Just turned a little too early, didn't see the gate, ends up crashing out. That let Alex have a nice cushion and get into the finish.
Alex joins me now. Ahead of this competition, you were one of the favorites. You're also known as a wild card. You seem to either crash out or win, and today you chose to win.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely how I roll. I hate in my head knowing that I feel like I could go faster, but, you know, just running your own race, taking whatever position you're in, I hate that. It's an internal battle with myself, and I can never win it. So, yeah, just holding that personal fight back to make sure you don't go faster than you really want to is one of the hardest things in drone racing, and I think I'm just now learning out how to control that for sure.
And tell me a little bit about the moment in that tunnel. It seemed like you were doing a little drone tango.
Oh, yeah, you know, I bet all my fans out there were nervous watching that, but I can guarantee you I was more nervous in the chair because we have certain spots on the track where we come past the pilot stands, and you can hear if you're, you know, out from another quad. I knew I had plenty of room, and knowing that I basically had it in the bag, I think put my nerves through the roof. So I just did a couple turnarounds in there, made sure I was safe, and made sure we were going to finals.
And you're through to the final. Congrats.
Thank you.
Engineer's got a win. Alex has a win. If anyone other than those two wins our third heat, there'll be no need for sudden death.
Put the brakes on. Put the brakes on. All right, here I come. Don't worry.
I want to hate him so bad, but I just can't.
Hit me, dog. I love it.
I want to hate you, but I
Just
can't.
hit me.
You make it so
I
hard,
love it.
Alex.
I love it.
You can't hate Alex. There's
I
no way.
can't do it.
There's
I
no
can't
way.
do it.
The pressure is peaking with just one more chance for the others to avoid sudden death. Heat 3 coming up. Welcome to the premier international drone racing circuit. This is DRL, the Drone Racing League.
We've teamed up with Drone Racing League to fuel 5G innovation in two fast-growing markets, drones and tech-powered sports.
T-Mobile is building the largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network in the country. And DRL is building a new sport that depends on using innovative technology to create an audience experience like no one has ever seen before.
In the past, the analog video that's come through is not very clear and not very clean. With T-Mobile 5G wireless technology, we get a crystal clear image. Now that the field test has proven to be a success, it's time to build a fleet of these drones and take them to DRL races and T-Mobile events and really show the world what this drone can do.
This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see this 5G drone take flight.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to Level 8 Tennessee. This is the first semifinal, and we are getting ready for heat number 3. Engineer and Alex have each won a heat, so if anyone else wins, we'll have our 3 pilots advancing to the finals with no need for sudden death.
Can you guys just get out of here and let's do a sudden death?
Well, you can't take the heat or something? I thought you were good at this, guy.
I don't want to take extra heat.
I thought you were good at this, guy.
I'm in the kitchen.
Baby,
I'm taking the heat.
I run hot. Let's do it.
Run hot.
Mari puts off a lot of heat.
All right, guys, can you check your goggles for me?
Sorry?
Check your goggles for me. Everything's good?
Yeah, mine looks great.
Before the break, Jordan, we heard Alex tell Layla that it's an internal battle for him to dial it back all the time. Explain what that means and why successful pilots are able to do it.
Once you're in those goggles and you're flying that drone, you enter this flow state where you're in the moment racing as fast as you absolutely can. And the hardest thing to do is let your mind creep in and tell yourself, hey, slow down, you know, you're in the lead, or take it easy, don't crash out. That's very difficult when all you're thinking is go fast, go fast, go fast. Alex has figured something out himself of how to do that, how to dial it back safely. And that's what's letting him be the only pilot now who's finished both of these heats.
Your pilots and colors again. Alex flies red and blue. Amari, white. Sky, green and white. Engineer flies pink. Manny himself, the Algorand 13th pilot, green, and Fluxy, red. Semi-final 1, Heat 3. Yes, all performances will be evaluated. They're through gate number 1. Sky, green and white, out front. You've got Amari in white in second, but Engineer in pink right there as well.
Don't forget about Alex FPV. He's moved himself into second place there. It's going to be a very dangerous entrance on this T-Mobile. You got 4 pilots very close together.
Oh, Sky's gone! Engineer in pink. You've got Alex, red and blue, and Amari in white. They're your top 3. Whoa!
Mixing it up so much. Oh, no!
Engineer's gone! Alex all alone.
You're the only one up. Bring it up. You're the only one up.
We will have a sudden death.
With all due respect, boys, I'm about to do some flying.
Wow, I'm speechless. What a race. We're now on board with Alex FPV.
Not cat.
He is keeping it cool as a cucumber.
Oh, you want a cat, son?
Group right now. He's now the only pilot to have finished all 3 of these heats.
It's official. Alex gets his second win.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog.
Let's freaking
Please tell me
go,
there was a camera on me when I was doing that.
the whole time.
Please
The
tell
whole
me there
time.
was a camera on me when I was doing that. Cat! That was pretty fun there. That was fun. 2-1-1. I'm set up so good for finals, dude. I'm gonna take these gogs off because they're a little hot right now, gentlemen.
DNFs have been a big story the past few levels, Jordan, and 5 of 6 pilots didn't finish this last one.
DNFs is definitely a big story. Keep your eye on Sky there. He just tumbles into the bottom. That means Sky is now crashed out in every single heat in the semifinals. Now we've got Amari in white approaching the roof gate on lap 1. He ends up connecting with Alex, then spinning down all the way to the ground. Then keep your eye on the pink drone of Engineer. Sparks are flying everywhere. That drone just got destroyed. That left Alex alone on the course for a joyride all the way to the finish.
And Alex joins me now. It's a tempestuous course that was dramatic. One of the most dramatic heats I've seen. What's it like for you when everything's crashing around you?
You know, it's one of those things where I was already I made it to the finals, heat 1, so I had a lot of pressure off my shoulders. We went into the heat 3, and, you know, everybody knows I'm good friends with my buddy Heads Up back there. So I told him, you know, sit back, let me put on a little show for you. I let 5 quads take off, so I didn't mid-air anybody, and then I gave me a little fishing pole. And yeah, we went back all the way to the lead, so it was kind of cool.
I'm also curious about how it feels when you know you're out there on your own in the FedEx Forum. It's quiet, it's clean air. Then what happens in your mind?
Oh man, when you know you're the last one up and you make it past that last node, like you know you won, and no matter what happens, you've already won, so you just enjoy it. That's what I do. Like all the pressure's off. You got your boys that have wrecked their goggles, like they're watching. You're trying to do some fun stuff, you know. It's an absolute blast for me.
It was great to watch. Congrats.
Thank you.
Checking in with the leaderboard after heat number 3. Alex FPV wins the last 2 heats. Engineer had won the first one. That means they have both assured themselves a spot in the finals.
This is semifinals, Group 1, sudden death. Semifinals, Group 1, sudden death.
All right. Let's just get a good race.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
One way or another, let's make it good.
Yeah.
Jordan, 4 pilots, only 1 spot. Who's it going to be?
You know, I would love to pick Amari and Sky. They've been very good on this course in previous levels here, but the problem I'm seeing, both of them have DNF'd in all 3 of the heats. So now I'm kind of conflicted. Fluxy and Manny have both had a finish, but I know these two are faster, so I'm going with Sky. I think he's going to be able to hold back and get that win.
Let's give you the pilots and colors in sudden death.
All drones armed.
Fluxy, red, Sky, green and white. Manny, the Algorand 13th pilot, green, and Amari, white. Semi-final 1, sudden death. Someone is about to pass with flying colors. They're through gate number 1 and already carnage. You've got Fluxy in red out in front of Amari in white.
It looks like that was Sky who crashed out. Unfortunate for my pick there, but it looks like Fluxy is doing really well. He's got to come out of nowhere.
Well, if you're gonna find your form, sudden death is the time to do it. They're in the T-Mobile tunnel. Fluxy red, Amari white. They're 1-2. They head up to the roof. A slight lead for the red drone of Fluxy.
Looks like Fluxy is, Amari's kind of pushing on him right now. Fluxy's getting a bit too comfortable at the moment.
Amari has edged out in front. He's the white drone, but Fluxy's not giving anything up, and Fluxy's back in front around the T-Mobile tower. Through the Pettigate, Amari's now back in front. The seesaw battle continues. Amari in white leads them into the T-Mobile tunnel.
Keep your eye on this exit of the T-Mobile tunnel. It's so important.
Wow, it looked like Amari may have glanced the inner exit of the T-Mobile tunnel, but he's back in front. Amari wins sudden death. Yes. Whoa! That back and forth battle would test anyone's nerves.
Keep an eye on Sky in the green and white drone right there. He hits the top of gate number 1 and takes himself out of sudden death immediately. I think he wanted to go wide and get a high line to swoop himself around the gate. Now we've got Fluxy and Amari battling. Fluxy in the red has the lead on lap 2 around the T-Mobile tower. Amari takes the lead on the climb to the cloud gate. He holds on through the tunnel and all the way to the finish.
Amari joins me now, and your explosion of emotion on the flight deck when you won showed exactly how much that win means to you.
Yeah, no, that was everything coming down to the very end, and I'm just glad we got a good, clean race. Fluxy's an incredible pilot, and I'm just glad that we had such a fantastic battle back and forth with so many lead changes. You know, it never feels good to lose, and it never feels good to win if you didn't earn it, and I think that was everyone being happy about that.
Sudden death is particularly intense. How does it feel going into it?
So you absolutely need to have a different mindset. Sudden death actually requires the maximum amount of focus that you can have because there's so many variables. I'm still recovering here. Man, just such a big emotional dump, and then just me like, yes. I'm going to go back and chill, refocus myself, and be ready for finals.
We'll allow you to take a breath. Enjoy. Congrats.
Thank you.
The 3 pilots moving on out of semifinal number 1, Alex, Engineer, and a relieved Amari. 3 spots remain open in the finals. Semifinal 2 will determine who gets them. Heat 1 is next.
The Earth is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Aim high, Airman.
This is DRL, the drone racing lead. Welcome back to Level 8 Tennessee. We are now set for semifinal number 2, and a couple heavy hitters are in this one. DRL's 2 Titans. You've got the defending world champion Heads Up, the 2019 champion Vanover. Partner, clearly it's a rivalry. They are 2 very different pilots, each earnestly after the same goal.
Right now, we've got Vanover. He has 2 wins on this course, and on the other hand, Heads Up, he's 4th place 3 times in a row now. So what I'm thinking right now is Vanover's in this good place. He's having fun, he's happy. You know, that's where you want to be when you're racing.
Need to go up just a little bit.
On the other hand, Heads Up, I think he's the kind of pilot who likes to be on the down low. He likes to get fired up inside and really come at it punching. So I think we're going to see some incredible racing out of both of them. I just can't wait for the semifinals.
Well, and watch the body language as well. There's no love lost between these 2, and now sitting next to each other for this semifinal. We only have 5 pilots in this semifinal because Gab 707 couldn't be here due to pandemic travel restrictions. Our pilots and colors for semifinal number 2. Vanover from Grapevine, Texas, flies the disco drone.
I had a great race, obviously, in Level 7. Had to fight really hard for that win, and I'm ready to fight really hard for a win here in Level 8 as well.
Heads Up, Maryville, Tennessee, flies blue.
Going into Level 8, I'm feeling good, feeling excited. This is like the finale of this event, and I would love to be on the podium going in.
Nub from Hendersonville, Tennessee, flies purple. Soren, Norwich, Vermont, orange. And Miwo from San Jose flies purple and yellow.
Level 8 is a unique place. We have a lot of people who have a lot of time on the course, and you'd think it would make them more consistent, but a lot of times, you know, pilots keep trying to push and keep trying to go faster.
Semifinal 2, Heat 1. Sparks should fly in this one. They go for gate number 1, the blue drone of Heads Up, the flashing drone of Vanover, 1st and 2nd, but Nub and purple right there as well.
Wow, I mean, Heads Up seems to have a quick lead here, but look at how close the other 3 are. They're chasing them down.
Heads Up blue, Vanover, the disco drone, our past 2 DRL World Champions, 1-2. They're into the T-Mobile tunnel. Vanover bobbles a little, but still keeps a close eye on Heads Up in the lead.
I'm keeping an eye on Heads Up right now. He's had a lot of trouble in this course, but it seems like he's coming into this level with a new eye.
The West Gate, they'll drop down to the T-Mobile Tower, completing the Ant Farm section of the course. And now Heads Up goes for that Penegate. Up to the Cloud Gate, Heads Up in blue in 1st, the disco drone of Vanover in 2nd. The T-Mobile tunnel for a final time this heat. Vanover and Heads Up out cleanly, up to the roof, down to the floor. Last turn, Heads Up wins Heat 1.
Look back. That was a good race. I did the old look back too. Yeah. That was good. Oh, that was a good one. I was in a good, solid chase. I was just couldn't close. That GoPro's gonna look so good. Yeah. You had to have a banger heat. That was good.
Heads Up has to like not just the result, Jordan, but the way he flew this one.
Heads Up has been one of the most dominant pilots this season. He's never missed a final, and he definitely wasn't going to let that ever happen. He got that win right off the bat. He launched hard, stayed in the front that entire race. Look at the other pilots just chasing him down with no luck. He's got this T-Mobile tunnel section down so well. He exits so fast out of there. There was no chance that Vanover was going to catch up. I wonder if that's going to make Vanover now all fired up about the next heat.
Heads Up, our defending champion, joins me now. And ever since the beginning of the season, there's been that very clear narrative of the rivalry between you and Vanover. He was on your tail on this one. How important is it for you, and how much confidence does it give you to win the first heat?
To win the first heat is definitely a big confidence booster. It definitely hurts the confidence of the pilot who didn't win, and I've been in both sides of the story, so this level I definitely got the win early, which is great for my confidence. Hopefully, I wanted to really secure confidence early on in this level. I'm in the finals, and now I have that confidence early on, and hopefully I can carry that in to the later levels.
Seeing you run through that ant farm is like a work of art. You've got that nailed. How does it feel flowing through there?
It's really like almost rhythmic. Every time you go in each turn, it's like boom, and it's like music almost, then boom, and you got to keep a nice rhythm going around the T-Mobile tower. You want it smooth, you want a nice, graceful flick, and it really does feel a lot like music to me.
I love that comparison. Thank you.
And as Jordan said, Heads Up continues his streak. With that win, he has now made every final this season. Heads Up became the 4th ever DRL World Champion after securing the overall title in 2020. We recently sat down with all 4 to find out what it takes to win it all. Heads Up, the official 2020 DRL World Champion.
This is a pretty sweet collector's item, but I plan on collecting a lot more before I'm done. Everything about drone racing I am so in love with. And that passion makes it so easy to go out and fly as much as I do every day, to put as much thought into it. And for it to lead up to winning the DRL World Championship, I'm living my dream.
Vanover, the 2019 champion.
It was one of the greatest moments of my life. It felt like I had just accomplished so much that I couldn't even put into words, even today, years later. I have this passion and dedication for the sport of drone racing. I love it, I live it every single day, and as a result of that comes hard work and the right mindset going into training and going into these races.
NERT makes it official. I'm the world champion! Let's go!
It was surreal. It took a while to sink in. You know, all of that work, all 3-4 years of just hard dedication to just this one thing, you know, was instantly validated.
I've worked so hard to get to where I am right now. Oh, I can't believe it.
Being crowned the very first ever DRL World Champion was one of the most special moments in my life. A lot of the efforts and the time that goes into working towards a championship, you just have to really want it. And I really wanted it.
To win the World Championship, you have to win levels. To win a level, you have to make the finals. Just 2 more spots remain in the Level 8 finals. Heat 2 coming up.
Vital Intelligence is a contactless vital sign monitoring platform developed using machine vision and AI. What we've developed is the ability to remotely monitor blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, respiratory rate, and a slew of other vital bioindicators. Looking at the vasculature of your cheeks is able to see with every heartbeat the blood flowing through your face. The Vital Intelligence platform does these calculations in real time. So within 10 to 15 seconds of being observed by almost any camera, we're able to then provide any user with those valuable biometrics.
Definitely think we're going to see my heart rate increase on the Dragonfly kiosk.
Drone racing can be an exhausting endeavor. The races take hours, they're highly intense, and as our drone racers prepare to endure those conditions, we can help them deliver stronger performances on race day. Woo! With this new technology, we're revolutionizing the experience for pilots, fans, and the sporting industry now and into the future.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back. We're in the midst of the second semifinal of Level 8 Tennessee, and as we get ready for heat number 2, Jordan, it was a close battle. We knew it was going to be a battle every time they sit in these pilots' chairs. Vanover and Heads Up. Heads Up won that one. Is that going to sit in Vanover's head at all?
I don't think so. They both ran a good race. They both got in the finish there. So I think Vanover, he's warming up. You know, at that point, it was like, all right, Heads Up got the win. Let's let him get it. And he's moving on to these next heat. That's what's so important about being a drone pilot. You've got to be able to move on and focus on each heat by itself.
We are ready for arm and start line.
A quick refresher of the pilots and colors. Vanover, the disco drone. Heads Up blue. Nub purple, Soarin' orange, Miwo purple and yellow. Semifinal 2, Heat 2. Forward focus is worth its weight in gold. They're through gate number 1. Blue drone of Heads Up. You've got the flashing drone of Vanover. They're 1-2. Soren and Orange fighting for third.
It looks like Vanover doesn't want a repeat of P1. He is pushing to get past all of them, and he's done a wonderful job of it.
The disco drone of Vanover first. Blue drone of Heads Up second. You've got purple and yellow Miwo third. They're out of the T-Mobile tunnel. They'll go up to the roof. Vanover increasing his lead. As he drops to the floor, Vanover will lead everyone on to lap number 2.
Vanover is so good at that section going into lap 2. He's always able to get a lead like this, and it's paying off in dividends.
Vanover in first. Heads Up in second. Miwo in third. That order has not changed in a while. Vanover leads them all into the T-Mobile tunnel. Came in a little high, but he goes into the buddy. Heads up. That puts Miwo all alone up front. The two most seasoned and accomplished pilots crash in the T-Mobile tunnel.
I just get really lucky.
And Miwo wins Heat 2.
Thanks, guys.
Miwo did the work to be in the right place at the right time.
Let's watch Vanny and Heads Up battle it out here first. This is going on to lap 2. Just watch how Vanover's able to use gravity to slingshot himself into that first gate. Then coming into the T-Mobile tunnel, you've got Vanover with the lead, Heads Up right behind him. But both of them made the exact same mistake. They went a little wide on the exit. Well, I guess Heads Up went a little narrow, and they both end up going down. That opened up the room for Miwo. Racing, it's never over till it's over.
Miwo joins me now, and you describe yourself as a strategic and stubborn pilot. How important was that stubborn attitude in that flight?
It's definitely important. I mean, it's really easy to get down on yourself and, take the, sitting behind a little bit, falling back. I was trying to put some pressure on. I didn't want to just take it easy because, I feel like there's a lot of pride in still giving it your all. You got to go out there and race, and that's what I did. I'd like to think the pressure made them crash, but I think it was a battle between the two of them. But, I'll take it, man. I'm going to finals. I'm happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
With that win, Miwo makes only his second finals of the season. If anyone other than Heads Up or Miwo win the next heat, we will not run sudden death. Miwo may have benefited from all the crashing in the last heat, but he embraces the pressure of racing in DRL. Here's a closer look at why he flies, presented by Dragonfly, global UAV leader in the advancement and integration of drone technology.
When the big moments come and it's your time to prove yourself, you really gotta stand your ground and be on your own, up on stage. Lights are on you, dealing with the banter of the other pilots and the pressure of just the whole environment. I try to suppress the pressure, but I think it's better to just embrace it. I mean, I have to race my heart out. I have to fly like it has to be on my fastest lap, right? It has to be everything I got. So I'm gonna lay it all out there.
Miwo has talked about shutting off the rest of the pilots around him. He just focuses on what he needs.
It's definitely something that brings out that thing that some professional pilots really have that keeps them going and keeps them at the top.
Miwo with a win in Heat 4.
It makes me focus and makes me want to win. You have to want to win to really, lay it all out there. That excitement, I've tried to, maintain it, and somehow it's still there. I'm still nervous. Even though I've flown against a lot of these pilots, I'm still, apprehensive, how am I gonna stack up, that sort of thing. I'm here to prove myself, right? It still matters. And the fact that it matters is a pretty big deal.
Miwo and Heads Up are in the finals. Time is running out for Vanover and the others to also advance. Heat 3 is next.
Going into this season, I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business from last season. At the end of the day, my goal is to be the world champion, and I'm not going to always be fully satisfied unless I'm on the top spot.
I'm playing simulator till 1 a.m. and I'm going to field at 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. I'm practicing 3 times more than other people.
I'm planning to pick up where I left off at last year's Vegas Championship race. Last year was just about survival. This year I'm here to win.
I'm very good at being there no matter what the pressure is, no matter how many upsets there are. You can always count on a good race for me. 7 years of 707, you know?
I'm pretty confident. I know I can do it. I'm training for this. I'm practicing for this, like every day.
I'm fully expecting that I'm going to be competing for the top this season, especially with hybrid and everything. It's a really unique skill set required to do well. I think I'm uniquely positioned to excel at everything that we're going to be doing this year.
Being honest, I just want to win. I don't care if I have to train every single day at 6 a.m. I will do anything just to win.
I feel confident in my abilities to beat a lot of the pilots. I've been putting in a lot of work and a lot of practice, so I just feel confident.
These guys literally got their names by racing me. This isn't the first time I've raced them. I'm not really scared to race anybody.
The opportunity to be here is like such a privilege. So many pilots would wish to be here. I really want to show that I'm worthy.
I'm 100% committed that I will win every race out there. So if you like to root for a winner, then you probably should root for me.
To be an elite drone racer is a mindset. It's I need to be there. It's not I want to be there. It's not I hope to be there. It's I need to be there. I do deserve to be in DRL. The amount of time I put in should speak for itself.
The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Algorand, the world's first blockchain designed for the future of finance. By Dragonfly, leaders in drone innovation. And by the U.S. Air Force, aim high. Welcome back to the FedEx Forum in Memphis for the conclusion of the semifinals here at Level 8 Tennessee. Heads Up and Miwo have already qualified for the finals.
Miwo's in finals.
I am. Walked my way in.
Jordan, a couple heats ago, we talked about Vanover's mind space. Then it had to do with Heads Up beating him in a close race. Now Vanover needs a win to avoid sudden death. Is that only going to mean more pressure on the 2019 World Champ?
I mean, just look at his body position right now. He's so tense and tight. Having those wins on his back from the previous couple levels, you know, I thought he'd be having fun out there, but maybe it feels like he's got a target on his back and he needs to prove that he can stay on top, and that's kind of getting in his head.
The pilots and colors. Vanover, the disco drone. Heads Up blue. Nub purple. Soren orange. Miwo, purple and yellow. Semifinal 2, Heat 3. Go ahead and take your shot. A great start by Heads Up in blue. Already out in front as they round the east gate. They'll head back to the west gate and complete the ant farm section.
Heads Up may be in the lead, but I'm really keeping an eye on Vanover in the disco drone right now. This is his chance to get a win and get into that final. He doesn't want to be a part of a sudden death.
Jordan, we just got word. Heads Up has a 2-second penalty.
Vanover's down. Miwo, do not win. Miwo, do not win. Soren win on Bailey.
No, it's you and Miwo.
Vanover will go to sudden death. Heads Up with that 2-second penalty may not get another win because Miwo is right behind him.
So right now, the only two who have won heats in this semifinal are up. So that means we're definitely going to be having a sudden death. At this point, these two, they're getting ready for the final.
Not necessarily a practice run, but certainly increasing their comfort level. Up to the roof. Heads Up, one final turn. He rounds through the floor gate. Heads Up, wins Heat 3, Miwo second.
Soren, Nub, you guys could have done it.
Heads Up.
That was so funny. That was so Drill Sergeant. Yes, sir, Drill Sergeant. I had it. I was like, dude, if he goes down, I'm calling it. I was ready to disarm. I was ready to disarm.
Dude, I know.
I was fully prepared.
Jordan, Heads Up had a special plan for that heat, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He wanted to make sure Vanover didn't make the finals. He false started to try and create a midair with Vanover, but Vanover was back with the pack. Vanover did end up having a midair with Nub, and they both crashed out. Watch them come through the tunnel here. They get all tangled up. Right before that, Soren entered with too much speed and crashed out. Unfortunate for Heads Up. That meant that he and Miwo were the only ones left, giving Vanover another chance in sudden death.
The rivalry is becoming bitter here on the flight deck. I'm joined by Vanover, and you have a theory on Heads Up's race there.
Well, it's actually not a theory. He was very proud to admit that he was basically just trying to take me out. You know what? He's playing the game very well. I respect him for that. I wish he would just maybe play the game in the finals. But you know what? I'm also not flying my best. I made mistakes, put myself in those instances to let him do that to me.
You are now in sudden death. How does it feel going into a race like that?
Well, it's definitely a lot of pressure. Sudden death for me is one of those rare things, but when it's there, I try and treat it like a golden heat where you got to leave it all on the line because you never know what can happen. You can't leave it up to chance. So I'm going to go out there. There's one spot to get. I got two amazing pilots to compete with here, so we'll see if I can pull out the win. But if not, may the best man win.
Good luck.
Looking at that leaderboard, Miwo got the win because of Heads Up's false start. Now Vanover, Soren, and Nub will battle in sudden death. We have 3 pilots now fighting for one spot. Interestingly enough, you go all the way back to level 1. Vanover had to win in sudden death to advance there.
Vanover is the obvious pick here for me. He's won here twice now on this course. He's just so much more consistent than Nub and Soren. So if anyone's gonna win this sudden death, it's Vanover.
Let's give you the pilots and colors. Vanover, the disco drone. Soren flies orange, and Nub, purple. Semi-final 2, sudden death. Time to show you are a phenom and a force. Oh, Soren's already out. He's the orange drone. Vanover clearly in front. It's the disco drone trying to advance to the finals.
Right now, Nub is trying to stay in a position that if Vanover makes any mistake, he can be there to capitalize.
Vanover leads Nub into the T-Mobile tunnel. This exit is clean.
Oh, no.
Nub is out. So Vanover all alone on course. He will advance to the level 8 final, continuing that streak of perfection.
Perfection is absolutely right. He is flying through this course like I've never seen before. Every single turn is connected into one perfect line. He's not making any extra corrections or anything. Everything is as it should be.
The exit of the T-Mobile tunnel, done perfectly. Up to the top, he'll drop to the floor. Here it is, and it's about to be official.
Alrighty.
Vanover wins sudden death, headed to his 8th final of the year. Sudden death is not the time for unforced errors.
Keep your eye on Soren in the orange drone. He's trying to start strong in this one, and he started a little too strong. He gained a bit of elevation while he was turning and ends up hitting the top of that gate. Now you've got Nub. He's trying to keep up with Vanover's perfect lines. He tries to cut that corner a little too tight and ends up crashing out. That leaves Vanover all alone to get the win in sudden death.
Vanover joins me now. There's elements of relief, there's elements of joy. You are going into the finals now. Your rival's there alongside you. What's the strategy?
Strategy is just to try and build on some confidence that I lost here in the semifinals. So I'm going to go out there and just rebuild myself from the ground up and just be consistent, wait for those opportunities early on, and give it absolutely everything I have. Leave it all on the line.
I have one more question. How do you block out a man like Heads Up?
You just can't think about it. You just have to focus on your own race, and that's what I did there in that sudden death. If you start letting yourself get distracted by what your opponents are saying about you, it's going to get in your head and you can't perform your best. So I just remind myself that what he's doing is out of my control, back to the circle of influence, but this is what's in my control, and that's how I fly.
Congrats, you're through to the final.
Thanks, Layla.
A key point of sports psychology, whatever the sport is that you do. Coming out of semifinal 2, the 3 pilots to advance, Miwo, Heads Up, and Vanover. These three will now join Alex, Engineer, and Amari from semifinal number 1.
We're here at the training facility with Gotham FC, and for the very first time, we're going to have the FPV drone on the field with the players as they're training. We're hoping to get some really unique shots and something you've never seen before.
This is DRL.
With all due respect, I'm about to do some flying!
The Drone Racing League. Tonight, the tension in Tennessee elevates as the flight deck battle for overall season points gets personal.
I'm going to see Vanover in the finals, and he's probably not going to like me.
This is Drone Racing.
Holy!
This is DRL. Welcome to the 2021 DRL World Championship, the premier international drone racing circuit. We're at the FedEx Forum in Memphis for the finals of Level 8 Tennessee. The 6 top pilots from the semis enter the flight deck for heat number 1. Seated in pole position is Alex FPV, who has been on a roll the past few levels.
I'm just absolutely killing it. Went through the semifinals, I got second and 2 first, so I have an amazing launch stand for the finals, and I'm just so pumped for this level for sure.
Alex FPV. Alex's long-term friend and defending DRL World Champion, Heads Up, has been in a hole, missing the podium 3 levels in a row.
The first half of the season has had so many ups, so many downs, but there's a long way to go. We're only halfway there, and this is a marathon, not a sprint, and I'm ready to keep on going.
Heads Up's long-term rival and 2019 DRL World Champion Vanover won the last level but struggled in the semifinals here.
It would feel amazing to be on the podium for another level here. I haven't missed the podium yet this season, but nothing's ever guaranteed in drone racing, so I have to go out there and earn it, and I'm going to do that by trying to be consistent and flying fast.
This is final heat 1, final heat 1.
Hello everyone, alongside 2-time DRL World Champion Jordan Temkin, I'm Craig Hummer. Jordan, you know all too well, drone racing is a game of inches. And here at this level, we're seeing the slightest miscalculations cause catastrophic consequences.
No one here is really separating themselves. Usually we see a few pilots, they're dominating on specific courses, but here, it's anyone's game.
The 2021 season consists of 14 levels of racing, 9 IRL and 5 virtual races on the DRL simulator. The pilots earn season points based on their overall level finish. The pilot with the most points after 14 levels is the 2021 DRL World Champion. Here are the season standings after 7 levels. Vanover sits on top with 54 points, 15 points in front of Heads Up. Alex FPV is third with 27. All 12 pilots race each level. They're seeded into 2 semifinal groups, with the top 3 from each advancing to the finals. There, the winner of the Golden Heat will be your level champion. Each heat is 2 laps. Jordan, take us through the course preview with the T-Mobile 5G POV drone. This is one of the world's first drones that will be powered by 5G with the capability to stream HD quality video over T-Mobile's nationwide 5G network.
Off the start, pilots climb to gate 1 into the ant farm. They U-turn through the East Gate and the West Gate before dropping down and around the T-Mobile Tower to the Pentagon Gate. They climb to the Cloud Gate and dive into the T-Mobile Tunnel and out the exit gate. Then it's another climb to the Roof Gate and a dive to the Floor Gate. They ascend back to Gate 1 for lap 2, or they make a U-turn into the finish.
This is final.
Start line pre-check is complete.
Here in the finals, there are 6 regular heats. Win any one of them, and you're in the golden heat. Once we get to the golden heat, it is winner take all. Whoever finishes first will be the level champion and earn 10 valuable season points. Jordan, 2 names we definitely expected to be here. 2019 DRL World Champ Vanover and our defending World Champion Heads Up. Does this just become them against the field?
No, absolutely not. Look, Alex FPV is in that pole position, and we've got Miwo, who we haven't actually seen in the finals too much, in the second seat right there. Now, Heads Up is in the 3rd seat, Vanover's in the 5th. It really shows this course, no one's dominating, and it's just anyone could win.
Well, I just want to clarify what you mean is, of course, they sit in the order that they qualified. So Alex and Miwo are the top 2 qualifiers. Your pilots and colors for the Level 8 finals. Alex from Woodbury, Tennessee, flies red and blue. Miwo, San Jose, California, purple and yellow. Heads Up, the defending DRL World Champion from Maryville, Tennessee, flies blue. Engineer, Amityville, New York, pink. Vanover, the 2019 DRL World Champion, Grapevine, Texas, the Disco Drone. And Amari from Waukee, Iowa, white. Finals, Heat 1. Time to turn up the heat here in Tennessee. They're through the 1st gate. Now they'll go down to the East Gate. Red and blue. That is Alex. Blue of Heads Up. They're 1st and 2nd, but the flashing drone of Vanover sits in 3rd.
It doesn't seem like the starting positions matter to these pilots whatsoever. We've already got Heads Up and Vanover in the lead.
Whoa, what a surge from Alex. He leads them out of the T-Mobile tunnel. Now you've got Vanover and Alex fighting for 1st.
It looks like Heads Up and Amari both crashed out in that tunnel there. So now these 2 are battling out for the win.
Alex has won a level. Vanover has won multiple levels. Now Vanover looks to be gone. Alex all alone out front. You've got Miwo, purple and yellow, trying to stay relevant. But Alex just needs to dial it back a notch and avoid any mistakes. He's got a lot of real estate to play with. The Roof Gate, down to the floor. Alex FPV wins heat number 1.
Oh! Unglued, baby! Unglued, dog! I'm telling you. Unglued right there.
Yep.
Woo!
Miwo with the 2nd.
Yes.
That's huge.
Hey, I didn't win because I went slow. I just want to let that be known. I ain't that guy.
I don't think
that was everything I had. Everything I had right there.
Jordan, you know what we can predict with certainty? Unpredictability.
The unpredictable is the exact right word. You've got Alex FPV with a wonderful entrance into the T-Mobile tunnel. Now all the rest of the pilots, they're trying to chase him down. Heads Up in blue and Amari end up tangling, going down. Now into this West Gate, Vanover, the game of inches. It's not just about that finish, it's about every single turn. He's trying to cut the corner as close as he can, ends up hitting the inside of that gate. That gives Alex the lead that he needed to move into the golden heat.
Let's send it to the 3rd member of our team, Layla Anna Lee.
His joy is infectious here on the flight deck, and off the back of your fastest heat, 106.7, what's the emotion as you come straight into the golden heat?
Yo, man, it's crazy. To see that disco drone out there in front of you, something, it gets a little unnerving, but you know, you don't get the opportunity to step up and race people like that. You know, some unfortunate stuff happened mid-heat that I would do a lot of things for that not to happen, but it feels good to run with them. You know, for me, it's just a confidence boost knowing that I can run with some of the fast guys out here. Even if I didn't straight up beat him, like, at least I know deep down I can do it now. So it's just a big confidence boost for sure.
There were many moments there where you were very close to your good friend Heads Up as well. Was there ever any nerves that you'd crash into him? I know here on the flight deck, some of the other pilots were hoping that you'd crash each other out.
Yeah, you know, me and Heads Up, we fly all the time. At home, we hit each other all the time. So when I see the blue drone out there, I know more than likely we're not going to hit. I feel like the universe does some weird stuff, helps us out every once in a while, you know. So as long as we're in it together, you know, we both want to see each other do well. So I think we get some good luck every once in a while for that.
Great flight, congrats.
Thank you.
Alex took the win, meaning he's assured a spot in the Golden Heat, but seconds are important in the finals. If you get 2 of them, you earn your way to the Golden Heat as well, so kudos to Miwo.
I had a nice little back seat there to your battle. It was fun. It was fun to watch. I mean, I don't want to say I was secretly hoping you guys took each other out, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't secretly.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
Hey, we're being
100%.
honest. I'm not upset though.
Alex and Miwo kept both past champs Heads Up and Vanover out that heat, but we're just getting started here in the finals of Level 8 Tennessee. Heat 2 coming up.
The Algorand ecosystem is where monumental change takes shape. So come transform the world with us on Algorand.
The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Algorand, the world's first blockchain designed for the future of finance. By Allianz, the global leader in asset management, investments, and insurance. And by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G, America's largest, fastest, and most reliable 5G network. Welcome back to the finals of Level 8 Tennessee, getting ready for heat number 2. Alex FPV took heat number 1.
We can do it.
Trust me, I know. I know. I got 6 heats to practice now. I finally feel like I'm starting to fly like I fly at home.
You're flying 106.7s, it's fast.
You were doing 103s, weren't you?
No. High 104s with false starts.
Partner, Vanover and Heads Up, our past 2 world champions, both crashing out in the same heat? What are the odds?
I know, it's so hard to believe that these 2 are crashing out like that. This course is so brutal and the competition has just heated up so much. All the other competitors want that win. It seems almost like more than they do.
Pilots and colors, once again. Alex flies the red and blue alternating drone. Miwo, purple and yellow. Heads Up blue. Engineer pink. Vanover, the disco flashing drone. And Amari, white. Finals, Heat 2. Who wants the center stage spotlight? They're through gate number 1, and already Miwo, purple and yellow, and Alex, red and blue. They're your top 2.
Wow, I am impressed with both of these pilots. Alex and Miwo have really stepped up in these finals.
They go up to the cloud gate. Everyone will drop down into the T-Mobile tunnel. And there's that surge from Alex. He did it in the last heat. He does it again. And they take each other out. Now we've got 3 pilots down. Heads Up in blue is your leader.
It looks like Vanover must have gone down in that tunnel too. That leaves Heads Up with huge room.
You cannot give Heads Up gifts like this. He will make you pay so much space for the defending world champion as he'll go through the Pentagate, up to the Cloud Gate. Heads Up has had trouble with the T-Mobile tunnel. He's in it.
At this point, if you're Amari or Engineer, you've got to step it up. You're running out of time.
The roof gate. They'll all drop to the floor, those that are still in the air. There's the final turn. Heads Up takes the heat to win.
Golden heat. That's with you, Alex. That's with you.
That's, I like
1,
that,
2.
baby. I like that.
Whoa!
All right, we'll take a second. We'll take a second. Thank you.
Yeah, we're fired up right now. I am hauling. Heads Up.
You're going.
That was, we're on one.
Jordan, the first rule of drone racing, stay in the air.
Well, it's hard to stay in the air when you're tangling with your fellow competitors. Miwo and Alex, they end up tangling and sparks are actually flying on that crash. Then you've got Vanover in the disco drone. He just ends up going into the curtain, taking that turn a little too sharp. That gives Heads Up plenty of room to get that win that he sorely needed. Now he's got his momentum. Let's see if it helps him in the next heats.
Our defending champion Heads Up joins me now. A brilliant run, but not without a little bit of drama.
Oh, indeed. You know, I think I was 4th at one point in that heat. I came down into the tunnel, took it safe, was passed by Vanover, and then I saw 3 quads go down in one turn. It was crazy, and I went from 4th to 1st instantly. I was out in the lead, held it together, brought home the win, and that is one more heat without Vanover with a 1st or 2nd.
Interesting to me is it's not just out there on the race that's important to you, it's some mindset techniques here on the flight deck as well. After you won, the first person you looked at was Vanover.
Well, yeah, no, I know he's not happy about that. I know the mental game is really big, and I know there was some tension in the semifinal for sure, and I think that's carried into the finals and it's playing my way so far.
We look forward to watching you race. Thank you.
Take note of the shade thrown Vanover's way from Heads Up after winning that 2nd heat. Both he and Alex are headed to the golden heat, but now 2 pilots have a critical 2nd, both Miwo and Amari. Amari won the 2020 Sim tryouts after falling short the previous 3 years. His discipline and commitment were honed, at least partially, by deliberate, intentional learning and practice. Here's a closer look at Why He Flies, presented by Dragonfly, global UAV leader in the advancement and integration of drone technology.
DRL is interesting because it's an invitation-only league with an exception. Get onto the league through the sim tryouts. I was like 13th my first year, 6th the 2nd year, and I had slowly been creeping up. Something just clicked with me for the 2020 tryouts, and I knew before they had even announced tryouts that this was going to be my year.
We started with thousands, and after 12 tournaments, we're down to our final 12 players.
I went into it saying to myself over and over again that I was going to win. It's what was going to happen, and the big final tryouts race was going to be a formality.
The final runs to the finish and the final turn. Amari in the lead.
I just sent it, and I didn't look back and won every single heat every time.
There's no way anybody can catch him. Amari has clinched his spot.
No! It was crazy. My family was downstairs watching the stream.
Dad, that's my brother!
They all came running upstairs. We were all celebrating. And it was crazy. I was crying. I was so happy. I had achieved my dream. I was on the DRL. I had secured my spot. Something that I had worked 3.5, 4 years for, and just fallen short of so many times just by a little bit. I had finally achieved my dream.
I'm trying to save this mental brain power. I'm going eco mode this heat.
Eco mode?
Eco mode.
I like your attitude.
Like we said?
Let's just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, then I'll let her hang.
We're going.
Okay. Because guess what? We're already in, dog.
I know, but we got to keep him.
Yep, I know. Ahead of you.
Jordan, we know it's a rivalry, but I think we just saw it get taken up a notch.
He definitely called Vanover out. Those two are butting heads. Vanover seems to be feeling the pressure right now. He's got 2 DNFs in a row. He really has to just let that go by the wayside, settle in, have some fun out there, and I think once he's smiling, we'll see some good racing. I think they want to show each other up, and right now, Heads Up is the one showing up.
Finals, Heat 3. Hesitation is a 4-letter word in these parts. Oh! no! Alex is out at gate 1. Bye-bye. Miwo, purple and yellow. He is in the lead.
Oh, Vanover crash.
You've got Amari trying to stay relevant. Heads up right there.
It looks like Miwo has just, I don't know where this Miwo's come from. We haven't seen it all season, and he's flying so well.
Well, he's found his form at the right time. Look at these 3 drones. There's only 3 left in the air. Miwo, purple and yellow out front, but Amari in white has surged. Heads up in blue in 3rd. On to lap number 2.
It's so weird for me to see Heads Up in 3rd place and other 2 pilots in front of him. I'm curious to see how he's able to cope with having drones right in his view.
Well, maybe Heads Up is playing the stalker. You never know. As they all drop into the T-Mobile tunnel, who will lead heading out? It is still Amari in white. Up to the sky. And down to the ground. The final turn. It's his for the taking. And Amari wins Heat 3.
I ain't leaving. Let's go.
Atta baby.
Woo!
Did I get second? Did I get second?
You got second.
Woo!
Atta baby Amari.
We got a big one.
Got the flying V in the golden heat, baby. We ain't
Amari,
leaving.
you know what that means?
We
got a big defensive team right now.
Yeah, we do. Oh, wait, you got second, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know who doesn't have a second? You know who doesn't have a second?
Let me hear it.
Who has one? Who has a second? Raise your hand if you have a second.
I only have it first.
I only have it first.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Toxic. Toxic. Oh my God. There was so much carnage.
Another heat. Another chance for everyone.
The importance of a good launch and going into this first gate. Alex was really going for it, but you can see he ends up crashing and just spinning out, going down right off the bat. Then keep your eye on the disco drone of Vanover. He tries to take that turn a little too tight. We've seen it time and time again out of him. He's trying to cut that corner so close that he ends up going down again right there. Then you've got Heads Up at the final stretch. It looks like he wanted to try and squeak it through and get in front of these 2 in the front. Unable to do so, he ends up crashing out. That gives Amari the win and Miwo that 2nd place.
There's your heat results, Amari.
106.2, son.
Oh my gosh, we were hauling.
Yeah.
6-2 with some attitude. Let's go,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Yes, sir.
With some attitude.
Amari joins me now full of joy. A fantastic time. How does it feel to see your name right there on the top?
Oh my gosh, that was a battle. That was my best heat at this track, period. And it just all came out in the golden heat, or in the finals heat, and to get into the golden heat. Oh my gosh, I'm just like at a 10 right now. I am.
We can see you bubble and get ready to explode, knowing that you're about to head into that net, knowing that you're in first place. How do you hold that back and not crash on that final straight?
I had a lot of practice with that with last season in the sim. I think I patented it at that point, just like knowing that I couldn't do anything else. It was a lot more with me and Heads Up and just, come on, give it, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
You're through. Congratulations.
4 pilots already in the winner-take-all golden heat. Amari, Heads Up, and Alex based on their heat wins. Miwo based on his 2 seconds. This will be Miwo's first golden heat of the year.
That one was a self-inflicted mistake. Took myself out on the west gate. It's a really big pack, especially at the start of these races. I'm trying to kind of push ahead of the pack, maybe a little bit too soon. But it's hard to know. If you're too patient, you might lose the race. So I'm going to try and find a hyper balance between the 2, and I still am going for that win to get into the golden heat.
Oh no, he said he just took himself out. He took himself out. He hit the gate. He's nervous. He's scared. He's.
The golden heat is getting crowded without Vanover, but he still has 3 more chances to make it. Heat 4 is next. Welcome to the premier international drone racing circuit. This is DRL, the Drone Racing League.
We've teamed up with Drone Racing League to fuel 5G innovation in 2 fast-growing markets, drones and tech-powered sports.
T-Mobile is building the largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network in the country. And DRL is building a new sport that depends on using innovative technology to create an audience experience like no one has ever seen before.
In the past, the analog video that's come through is not very clear and not very clean. With T-Mobile 5G wireless technology, we get a crystal clear image. Now that the field test has proven to be a success, it's time to build a fleet of these drones and take them to DRL races and T-Mobile events and really show the world what this drone can do.
This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to see this 5G drone take flight.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to Level 8 Tennessee. It's the finals, heat number 4. And Jordan, Vanover has become the story. He has never missed a golden heat in his IRL career, and it's getting dangerously close.
That fact in itself is absolutely incredible. But you know, we're only halfway through the finals right now. There's still 3 more heats.
Colors are confirmed.
So as a pilot, what I'd be thinking right now is don't worry about it. You've got 3 more heats. You only need to win 1 of them to move into that golden.
Your pilots and colors again. Alex flies the red and blue alternating drone. Miwo, purple and yellow. Heads Up Blue, Engineer Pink. Vanover, the disco drone. And Amari, white. Finals, Heat 4. It is all there for the taking. Up to gate number 1. Crowded but already drones down. The blue drone of Heads Up in first. White drone of Amari second. Flashing drone of Vanover third.
Vanover looks like he's pushing really hard right now. We expect Heads Up to be here. Amari's actually doing a wonderful job keeping up with Heads Up, but keep your eye on that disc. Oh no, he's down!
Heads Up, wow, the tunnel claims victims yet again. That gives a lot of space to Heads Up, the blue drone, as he's on to lap number 2, heading for the east gate.
I don't know how Heads Up got this much room. It looks like there's no one else up, but there's still 4 other pilots in the air.
Heads Up Blue around the T-Mobile Tower. He'll go up and through the Pentagate, now to the Cloud Gate. This is where you see so many pilots surge, but then you have to control that turn into the T-Mobile tunnel. No problem for Heads Up. Everyone else a distant second. Your defending DRL World Champ is gonna win another heat. He takes heat number 4. And Engineer gets a very valuable second.
That's right.
Did I pull a pass on somebody in the last
You
turn?
did.
Who was it?
You got second. It was Amari, I think.
Oh,
You passed
sick.
Amari, yeah.
I love that. Love that.
I entered first gate.
I'm in
Alex
first
went.
gate.
Okay, that was me and you.
Yeah.
Happens.
My apologies.
No worries.
No worries. Miwo, 7 levels into DRL up midair. It happens. No worries. Level 2. What in the?
Well, now I don't care.
Yeah. Exactly.
I actually get to have fun,
exactly.
dude.
This is what DRL is.
It's a lot more fun.
This is what DRL
When you've
is.
already
Yeah.
finished. It's like when you get your homework done early for once. You can go to the party on Friday
And
night.
then
Exactly. You can enjoy the party.
That last heat showed Heads Up is getting his groove back.
Before we go to Heads Up, though, keep your eye on Vanover in the disco drone. He's coming in here so hot trying to catch up with the rest of them. Ends up hitting that T-Mobile pillar there, gets back up, but at that point, he's lost so much time. Heads Up gets into the finish, but keep your eye on the second place race right there. You've got Engineer just in front of Amari, getting that very important second place.
Our 2019 champion, Vanover, joins me now. He never missed a golden heat. You still haven't missed one yet, but you're cutting it fine. I know that you are very humble and you're also very focused, and you race every race as if it's a fresh new one. How do you make sure you don't start giving up at this point?
Well, that's the thing. You can never give up. You just have to keep giving it absolutely everything. You know what? I've been doing this for almost my entire life now, more than I've been, just doing this for a very long time. And so ultimately, I just got to go out there and do what I know I can do. Right now, a little bit of luck hasn't been going in my favor, and I've also been making some mistakes. So hopefully I can turn that around. Obviously, I'm a little bit nervous, but that's all right. You know, if I wasn't nervous, then I probably am not going to be able to perform at my best.
You know that you've won on this course before. You also are very aware of your skill set. I think all that's needed now is composure. How important is that for you?
Yeah, composure is super important. I know I can fly fast on this track. I know I have what it takes to win, not just here, but in a DRL level. So I just need to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and hopefully I can go out there and do it. I'm going to give it absolutely everything all the way till the final heat.
Enjoy it.
Layla has brought Vanover's situation to the forefront. You mentioned how fast Heads Up was flying. It is a new course record as he wins Heat 4 in 104.9.
New course record, that one felt super smooth. This is the time when it's time to be at your best, and it's happening right now. Let's do it.
A clean and fast exit to the T-Mobile tunnel is critical for the 100-foot climb that follows. Jordan, give us a closer look, presented by the U.S. Air Force.
The exit of the T-Mobile tunnel is deceptively difficult. Pilots must execute a blind, sharp right turn through a narrow hallway while optimizing exit speed. The fastest line is a single turn timed perfectly. Pilots aggressively roll right and pitch up while carefully managing throttle. This positions the drone sideways to brake and bank around the sharp corner while limiting elevation. Then it's full throttle through the exit for a climb to the roof gate. If they mistime the turn too late, they swing wide and have to make extra adjustments. Too early, and they crash into the curtain.
The pilots have just 2 more chances to perfect their exit and climb before the winner-take-all Golden Heat. Heat 5 coming up.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. Welcome back to Level 8, Tennessee. We're in the finals and about ready to start heat number 5. Only 2 pilots out of these 6, Jordan, haven't made it to the Golden Heat yet. And there they are, Engineer and Vanover. We know Vanover's resume. It's almost too long to recount. Engineer, though, clearly the pressure's going to start mounting. Can he handle it?
Engineer has never made it into finals in DRL history. So right now, this is the first time he's actually experiencing this pressure. I would say he's handling it very well. He was able to fight Amari all the way to the end on that last heat, and I think we're going to see him do that again on these next 2.
Pilots and colors, once again. Alex flies the red and blue alternating drone. Miwo, purple and yellow. Heads Up blue. Engineer pink. Vanover, the disco flashing drone, and Amari, white.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Final,
5,
Heat 5. Who can calculate? Risk, reward, the best. Gate number 1, they're all through. They head down to the east gate. Heads Up blue, you've got Miwo, purple and yellow. They're your top 2. And Engineer in pink at third. Oh, but Engineer made contact, and he is down. Heads Up blue, Miwo, purple, yellow. They're your top 2 as they'll go into the T-Mobile tunnel, the first of 2 times.
I've got to say, I just don't expect.
Oh,
Miwo's down.
Heads up in the lead, and these crashes are giving him way too much clean air if you're a pilot trying to chase him. Already on lap number 2, heads up in blue, so much space to work with. You've got Vanover in second.
Vanover needs to keep that second place if he wants to have that chance to get a second. So right now he's got to fend off the other 2 pilots, Amari and Alex, who are right behind him.
Heads up to the roof. He'll now drop to the floor. It looks like another heat wins in his future. But keep your eye on second. Heads up wins, and Vanover does get a second place.
So I have no idea who was in front of me.
You were right behind Vanny. You were battling with.
So Vanny has a second.
Vanny's the second. Yeah.
Vanover showed the composure he professed to Layla, but this was another interesting one.
Vanover did keep his composure very well. Watch him in the disco drone and Engineer in the pink drone. They actually end up hitting each other there. Engineer goes down, but Vanover is able to stay in the air. Here's another angle of it right here. He takes out the pink drone of Engineer and is able to fight all the way back from that incident and get that important second place.
Heads Up joins me now, and I'm dying to talk to you about the first gate. It seems like quite a pivotal one.
Yeah, I know the first gate is super important. There's a lot of different ways you can approach the gate, whether that's swinging out wide and trying to come in with a lot of speed, or getting to the gate first and maybe swinging up higher up the stands. I think I'm probably taking that approach of trying to get to the gate first and maybe carrying that energy up high and then cutting into the east gate. That's been working for me, but it depends what stand you're on. So some of the guys in the back have to take a different approach, and then some of the people in the front have to take a different approach. But what I'm doing right now is working for me.
It absolutely is. And also, just before this interview, I saw your friend Alex, who's almost becoming a teammate out here, say to you, "We've still got work to do." What did he mean?
Well, we do still have work to do. It's not over till it's over. The golden heat's still to come. We got a big golden heat right now. Could be bigger after this next heat, but we're here to guard that and then get in the golden heat with some dignity.
Enjoy.
We ain't leaving.
Thank you.
Interesting quote. Get through the golden heat with some dignity. Heads up 3 wins. Amari and Alex have those win apiece. Miwo his 2 seconds. But Jordan said it. The second that Vanover was just able to achieve will make this final regular heat even more interesting. Over the past several years, there's only one pilot in the world that has regularly beaten Heads Up in any kind of drone racing. Vanover. Here in Level 8, their rivalry has taken on a new dimension. Now, it's personal.
The rivalry between Vanover and I is long-standing, especially in real-life drone racing over the years.
Reigning champ rolling into this weekend. Heads Up, second overall, Captain Vanover.
And we've gone back and forth, quite honestly. He has beaten me for an extended period of time. I've beaten him for a period of time. It's like a seesaw almost.
Yeah, they're like, the rivalry's building. I'm like, oh no, it's just, it's strengthening. It's here. It's like, it isn't the start of the rivalry. It's just been rediscovered. Yeah.
Honestly, the rivalry with Heads Up has made me a better pilot. I was the arrogant one coming into 2019.
Watch out, DRL. Here I come. It's gonna be Captain Vanover this year. Just watch out, all the belts. Like, I'm not slowing down. I want all of you in the sudden death.
Now I feel like I'm the humble one when you compare myself to Heads Up.
Night, 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 night.
The rivalry Vanover and I have really brings out a different side of both of us.
He just has a way of showing it that can sometimes get on my nerves and other people's nerves. There's definitely times where he'll win a heat, and it's very, very noticeable because he's screaming in my eardrums.
I could taste that one. I really could. I could just taste it. You wanted it so bad. You did it.
But I remember when I was a 18-year-old immature kid too, so.
I'm not here to say that he's not one of the best pilots, if not the best pilot in the world. I have so much respect for him and his talent and his work ethic. But there's mind games to be played, and this is a competition at the end of the day that I'm here to win.
Strike 3. You're out of here.
Heads Up has the edge right now, as Vanover has one last chance to make the golden heat. The decisive Heat 6. Next.
Vital Intelligence is a contactless vital sign monitoring platform developed using machine vision and AI. What we've developed is the ability to remotely monitor blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, respiratory rate, and a slew of other vital bioindicators. Looking at the vasculature of your cheeks is able to see with every heartbeat the blood flowing through your face. The Vital Intelligence platform does these calculations in real time. So within 10 to 15 seconds of being observed by almost any camera, we're able to then provide any user with those valuable biometrics.
Definitely think we're going to see my heart rate increase on the Dragonfly kiosk.
Drone racing can be an exhausting endeavor. The races take hours, they're highly intense, and as our drone racers prepare to endure those conditions, we can help them deliver stronger performances on race day. Woo! With this new technology, we're revolutionizing the experience for pilots, fans, and the sporting industry now and into the future.
This is DRL, the Drone Racing League. The finals of Level 8 Tennessee continue, getting ready for the last regular heat.
All right, so we can't let Vanny get a first or a second, or engineer a second, or first. Okay, we just gotta lock down first and second. If any of us crash, we need a spot, okay?
That's what I've been doing.
All right, cool.
Yell loud.
I feel like you're pushing it a little too far here. Just saying.
It's competitive. Best efforts.
Jordan, let's talk about the 2019 DRL World Champion, Vanover. He's never missed a golden heat in his IRL career. Give me the odds. Is he a sure bet to either get a win or a second here?
Vanover is very, very good under pressure. That's why he's been so dominant in DRL as a whole. But the thing is, there's all these other pilots. Heads up, Amari, Alex, and Miwo. They don't want Vanover in that golden heat because, you know, more muddling in the golden heat just means less chances for a podium for them. So they're playing a sort of defense, trying to keep Vanover out. He's got a lot of pilots against him, but if anyone can do it, it's Vanover.
Last one, boys. All the pressure's on.
Defense.
A pilot color refresher. Alex flies red and blue. Miwo, purple and yellow. Heads up blue. Engineer pink. Vanover, the disco drum. And Amari, white. Finals, Heat 6. Go grab that glory. Aggression required. Immediately, Alex, red and blue, out in front. You've got Miwo, purple and yellow in second. Heads up, Vanover, they're fighting for third.
Look at all the traffic that Vanover has to contend with. They're definitely trying to block him out of this golden heat.
Alex, red and blue first, but Miwo surges. No, there's another surge from Alex. They go into the T-Mobile tunnel. Remember, Vanover needs another second or a win. He's sitting in second right now. Alex in first, Vanover in second as they start lap number 2.
Wow, Vanover has really been able to work his way up here. He's now got one more lap to try and get past Alex. But something to think about, he does have that second place. So as long as he gets a first or a second, he'll be moving on into the golden heat.
Red and blue drone of Alex in the lead, and now they go into the dangerous T-Mobile tunnel a final time. Alex is out cleanly, so is Vanover, but Miwo, purple and yellow, trying to surge. Look at this last turn. It's going to decide the golden heat. Alex wins it, and Vanover does get his needed second.
Oh my God, dude, I had it. That was his oh my God, I gave it everything on that.
We are going to have a 5-pilot golden heat.
Wow.
Oh, dude, I had this close. Oh, it was so close.
You can see the emotion and how much it means to make a DRL golden heat.
Hey, good job, Vanny.
That was a good race.
Good job.
Oh, that's got to be so much relief.
There are certain high-pressure moments, Jordan, that define a career. We just witnessed one of these with Vanover.
On lap 1 in the Ant Farm section, you've got Alex and Miwo up front with Heads Up and Vanover fighting for third. They actually tap going around the T-Mobile tower, and somehow Vanover recovers immediately and stays in third place. in the tunnel. Vanover closes the gap and actually passes Miwo on exit. Then at the very end of the heat, it all comes down to that final turn. Alex wins easily, and Miwo is trying to block Vanover, but Vanover holds on and makes it to the golden heat.
The absolute definition of fighting through adversity. Not only one of our most complex courses, not only a competition with high pressure televised, but also almost all of your opponents trying to guard you out and stop you. But Vanover, you did it.
I'm so thankful. I just wanted to be composed that race. It took me 6 heats to do it, but I got it. Yeah, I mean, listen, they're all rooting against me because I'm the one to beat right now, but they're playing the game very well. I have the utmost respect for my opponents because we all give it so much out here, and you have to do absolutely everything to win. I try and leave it all on the track, and I've come through so much adversity to get to this golden heat. I'm going to go out there, leave it all on the line, give it absolutely everything I can.
We saw a lot of emotion from you on the chair as you hit that net. What does this mean to you?
This just means everything, like you said, Layla. It's coming through adversity, and it's not just showing myself or you, but it's showing everyone at home that you can come through anything if you set your mind to it with hard work. And gosh, that's what I did to get in the golden heat. So I really feel like in my mind I have nothing to lose, and I have everything to gain in this situation. I wish my opponents the best luck in the golden heat, and I just hope we have a great race.
Enjoy it. Congrats.
We've got a very crowded golden heat coming our way. 5 pilots, heads up. Alex, Amari, Vanover, and Miwo will fly one more to decide it all. It all comes down to this. The golden heat of Level 8 Tennessee is next.
Going into this season, I feel like there's a lot of unfinished business from last season. At the end of the day, my goal is to be the world champion, and I'm not going to always be fully satisfied unless I'm on the top spot.
I'm playing simulator till like 1 a.m. and I'm going to field at like 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. I'm practicing 3 times more than other people.
I'm planning to pick up where I left off at last year's Vegas Championship race. Last year was just about survival. This year I'm here to win.
I'm very good at being there no matter what the pressure is, no matter how many upsets there are. You can always count on a good race from me. 7 years of 707, you know?
I'm pretty confident. I know I can do it. I'm training for this. I'm practicing for this, like every day.
I'm fully expecting that I'm going to be competing for the top this season, especially with hybrid and everything. It's a really unique skill set required to do well. I think I'm uniquely positioned to excel at everything that we're going to be doing this year.
Being honest, I just want to win. I don't care if I have to train every single day at 6 a.m. I will do anything just to win.
I feel confident in my abilities to beat a lot of the pilots. I've been putting in a lot of work and a lot of practice, so I just feel confident.
These guys literally got their names by racing me. This isn't the first time I've raced them. I'm not really scared to race anybody.
The opportunity to be here is like such a privilege. So many pilots would wish to be here. I really want to show that I'm worthy.
I'm 100% committed that I will win every race out there. So if you like to root for a winner, then you probably should root for me.
To be an elite drone racer is a mindset. It's I need to be there. It's not I want to be there. It's not I hope to be there. It's I need to be there. I do deserve to be in DRL. The amount of time I put in should speak for itself.
The Drone Racing League, brought to you by Algorand, the world's first blockchain designed for the future of finance. By Dragonfly, leaders in drone innovation. And by the U.S. Air Force, aim high. Welcome back to the finals of Level 8 Tennessee. It is time for the Golden Heat. 5 pilots are here. Winner, take all.
Yeah, this right here, this race for the marbles, 5-person golden heat. It's gonna be crazy, and whoever wins, wins.
How important is it for Heads Up to get a win here in Tennessee in 4 levels?
Heads Up wants to win really bad. Heads Up has lost a lot. If Heads Up won, Heads Up would be very happy.
Golden Heat.
Jordan, is this a roll of the dice? What clues are you looking for? And you got to tell me, who's going to win?
You know, there's a lot to go over here. Heads Up has won 3 heats, but finished 4th in the last 3 golden heats. Alex just had the second fastest heat in 4 levels with a 105 flat. Vanover is coming off this incredible last heat. Miwo and Amari are racing the best they ever have. I would love to see Vanover complete the comeback, but I don't think he will. If Alex can repeat what he did in that last heat, he's gonna win. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Alex.
Your 5 pilots and colors.
All drones are
Heads Up. He'll leave from that pole position platform. Alex, FPV, flying red and blue, the 3rd platform. Amari flies white from the 4th. Vanover, the disco drone, from the 5th. And your last pilot, Miwo, flying purple and yellow from the 6th. Finals, golden heats. Fortune favors the bold. Heads Up Blue, he's your early leader. We've already got at least 1 drone out. We saw the contact. It's Alex, he is gone. Heads Up, leaving the rest of the ant farm. He'll make the T-Mobile turn. You've got Heads Up in blue, Miwo, purple and yellow 2nd, and Amari, white in 3rd.
That was a great start by Heads Up. This is exactly where you want to be. There's a little bit of cushion so that you can race, and even if you make a tiny mistake, you'll be all right. But the rest of these 3 pilots, they've got to do something, and that's just grind down and stop worrying about the other competitors and really start moving because they're running out of time.
Well into lap number 2. Heads Up in blue, your leader. Miwo, purple yellow, still trying to maintain 2nd. Vanover a distant 4th. The T-Mobile tunnel for a final time. Heads Up is out cleanly. The 2 final turns, the roof to the floor. Heads Up, your defending champion, wins level 8.
Oh, look at me! I'm the captain now! Let's go! Am I 2nd? Someone answer me this question right now! Hey! Let's go! Woo! Let's go! Yeah! Good battle, man. I don't know. It was probably you.
That was a great race.
Dude!
I'm seeing stars. Respect.
Oh
respect.
my God!
Best friends, Heads Up and Alex had very different results in this golden heat.
That oh so important start. Alex is trying to get ahead of everyone, but ends up swinging a little too hard into the stands, going down. We've got Heads Up going into the 2nd lap through the floor gate. He just flies into the upper section of the stands, just leaving the rest of his competitors in the dust. Then on to lap 2, Vanover is in 4th place when he hits the cloud gate and crashes out. Coming out of the exit of the T-Mobile tunnel, you can see how much of a lead Heads Up has on both Amari and Miwo. And right there, he actually sagged down a little bit, but luckily he had enough room to get that win. Amari and Miwo getting the 2nd and 3rd place.
Our level 8 Tennessee champion Heads Up joins me now. And am I right in thinking that that level was possibly the most intense, the most difficult, and the most important of your career to date?
By far, I would say that was one of the biggest emotional roller coasters I've ever been on in my life. I came in with confidence, and it pretty much just got shot down 3 times in a row. Had it, and then it was 4th. Had it, and it was 4th. Had it, and it was 4th. And that's not what I was here for. So I kind of went back, reset mentally, and I wanted to come in for domination. I didn't want to come in to win. I wanted to come in and win so badly. And every single heat, I had the exact same mindset of I want to destroy, I want to win, and I want to do anything to get to that finish gate in the golden heat. And it finally happened, and it really is just like basically getting to the end of the roller coaster, being able to get off and maybe go eat some good pizza or steak or something. It's really just like a roller coaster, so I could not be happier. And thanks to everyone that supported me and believed in me, even in my drought. But for those people who still believed in me, thank you so much, and I couldn't be happier.
This was your level. Congrats.
Thank you.
Heads Up tore through that golden heat and triumphs in Tennessee. Your full podium, Heads Up, Amari, and Miwo. After 8 levels, the season standings look like this. Vanover in first, 57 points. 8 points in arrears, Heads Up. Alex FPV sits in third with 29.
Congratulations to our level 8 Tennessee champion, Heads Up.
That does it for level 8 of the 2021 season. Congrats again to Heads Up, our winner. Keep up with DRL all year long on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. To Jordan Temkin, Layla Annalee, and our entire crew, I'm Craig Hummer. Thanks for watching. This is a copyrighted broadcast of Drone Racing League Incorporated and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of Drone Racing League Incorporated.